So I am Lipun,
I am Madhav.
currently pursuing BSc Honors in
Environment,
Environment and
Sustainable
Sustainability.
Development.
So we are here to help you out why you should study environmental science or environmental studies. So look it into an interdisciplinary manner. So we will put out some questions, me and Madhav may answer those and give our points that justify our questions. So let's start.
The first question is, why would anyone study environment or environment study?
First, from my view, in India there is a lack of opportunity of job and all. So the opportunity is so high. And secondly, the impact of studying in this course would be much more than the other from my knowledge. What do you feel?
It's the best way to contribute towards the earth, towards nature, and take action against climate change and global warming. And you always get the feeling that the future of humanity depends on you and the work that you do. So that is one of the best reasons why I chose this course.
Okay, second question. What is the opportunity and scope for this? What do you feel?
There are several opportunities, and these days it's getting increasing in India. Every corporate company they do CSR, which is corporate social responsibility, and ESG, which is environment social governance. So it measures how that particular company has an impact on the environment.
Are these lucrative jobs like the ESG reporting or BRSR reporting? Do you know anything about it?
You could answer that.
Okay, so I have done a job simulation thing from BCG and EY, and I think you have done in BCG even. So it's an online course. I did it. I find we separate those emission into three scopes: scope 1, scope 2, scope 3, and the point source, non-point source, all those. And from the point of my professors or industry, I find it's very lucrative. People make a lot of money by making these forms or creating these BR or SR reports for any company or any institution. Either they source from a third party or they hire people in their institute, so that every year they make a ESG report or BR or SR report for their institution. And because it gives funding also, like until you are environmentally not sustainable, you won't get funded easily for many good startups and companies also.
What are the opportunity after batch?
So thing is that you have to look it into two ways: either go into pure environmental science or look into interdisciplinary studies. Think it as a arts and science mixture. So both are little different. If you want to work in like proper corporate, like work for EY or any big companies, it's there. Otherwise, if you want to work for NGO, still it will work, because environment is not like working in the field itself. Looking into every aspect of it, different SDGs also will account in this course also. What do you feel?
Yeah, so you can either do masters, which probably will fetch you a better job than you getting into the job industry right after that, or you can do a PhD. Yeah, that's all. Get into the academia, start teaching.
So I think there are a lot of things that made me to come into this course. I was looking into a problem of many. One, I can give example. I have seen somewhere the HEPA filters that we use in air purifiers are not biodegradable, right? So there is a lot of scope and opportunities to find a alternate to HEPA filter which can be used in air purifiers. So it can be a research option also. Like if I go further, do my research in this topic, so I can find my core motive to study this.
Yeah, and of course corporates, and in addition to that you can get your own startup. If you have the business mindset and entrepreneurial motivation, you can start thinking of starting your own startup. There are several fields, so there's waste management, renewable energy, and all of those make good profits. And of course in the future there'll be a huge demand.
And anyhow, our country also going 50% renewables now, maybe more than that.
Right.
So there is a scope in that, because if government itself is increasing its renewable, so that means there is a lot of opportunities in it.
Right. So how can you start working right from the first semester? So someone, you get into college and you think it's all about studies. But what if I want to start getting experience right from my first semester? How can that be done?
Yeah, it depends on the course you pursue.
Right.
If it is core engineering, I don't think it's easy to get.
Okay.
But if it is interdisciplinary, where you study little social aspect as well as science aspect, so maybe you can do little cold emailing or use LinkedIn. It's a really good hack. Put your things that you want and select the things that you know or don't know and interested field. Otherwise, if you go for a good university, they really do help you in getting an internship from your first semester itself.
Okay, so the most important thing would be no matter whether you want to work at an NGO or at a corporate or even at the government agencies, you'll have to identify your niche first, which field you would like to work on, and according to that you can find on your own or make contacts, make connections, start networking basically, and find yourself a good internship.
Can you explain your first internship thing? Because you haven't studied about e-waste in your first semester, but still you have worked on a company after your first.
Right. So through LinkedIn, I found out that one of my connections, they were connected with someone who had an e-waste management startup. So I wrote a mail to them and got into their organization. So they do e-waste recycling. Through them, I got to learn everything about how e-waste recycling works. So the requirement for this should be that the company should also be willing to take an
Yeah.
undergraduate student and let them help with their work. So the biggest thing would be, while you are asking your connections if you can intern with them, you can just tell them that it will be a win-win strategy to have an intern at your organization. So because interns are not usually getting paid,
Not-
very rarely. So even if it's a minimum salary, the company that it can give you that for a lot of help. You can offer a lot of help to their company, whatever they can make you do their tasks for you. You can contribute to them through your knowledge, what you learned in college, and how that can increase the workflow of the company, increase their efficiency.
So you haven't studied about e-waste in your first sem.
Right.
So what do you make sure that you tell them that in their e-waste your knowledge would help them?
So they first asked me what all fields of environment I had learned.
Okay.
So during our first semester, we just did basics of sustainability, climate
climate
change,
change.
SDG goals, all of that.
Planetary boundaries.
So based on that knowledge, they actually were fully willing to explain it to me, because
Okay.
as long as you don't really go into the industry and experience what exactly happens, you'll never know. So even if right now, when I'm actually learning waste management, I don't think I would have known enough if I just learned from here.
Yeah,
I still
makes sense.
don't get that actual field-based learning until I am going there. So they were willing to teach me everything, answer all my doubts, show me all the processes, and explain to me whatever small question I had. It all depends on luck,
Yeah.
and if the employer is good enough to be willing to be taking a
So yeah, that's all. And upcoming videos we will take really good questions for you. Why you should choose this course and what are the other courses that are available. And you should go for research like BSc option or BTech option. Both are now available in India. Or either you should go for like niche courses like mechanical, chemical engineering. Do proper engineering. In future you will take environmental science or studies or anything related, your masters or PhD. So we will discuss all those things because we have also faced that problem in selecting our course.
weighing the pros and cons.
Yeah, so we'll help you with that.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye bye.
Bye.